Cassie claims that he is a pal. Lenny inquires about Cassie. A transient pulls out a t-shirt next to an Edgar poster. An article in the news discusses the homeless crisis. After seeing the report, Costello and Bruno decide to move the homeless people to more acceptable housing. Bruno says he's excited to collaborate with him, but Costello is adamant that this will be their final meeting. Bruno queries who is in debt to whom. According to the article, the Hudson Sanitation Company, which was given a contract earlier this year to clean up New York's tunnels, is supporting the plan. Before feeding his dog, Ricardo, Orlando Norman consumes food from a can. Ledroit discovers Cecile dozing out in the police station's foyer. Cassie throws an arm's worth of alcohol bottles in the garbage in another scene. She queries Lenny about his belief that Vincent killed Edgar. Lenny stays silent. Since he had run away, she implies, he would have returned home, and since he is dead, nobody can harm him. Lenny informs her that Vincent was receiving medication when he was 9 years old when she claims Anne. Phoebe Nichols places the blame on her. He labels Vincent and Anne as insane. In the event that Edgar is not found, Cassie promises to leave Vincent and acknowledges having an affair. Lenny gives her the assurance that Edgar will be located safely. Ledroit makes an effort to persuade Cecile that Marlon Rochelle is still remembered. She claims that because Edgar is white, the media is only focusing on Edgar and not him. She says she wants to hug Marlon and that she would not stop talking to him until he does more. Ledroit offers to remain at home with William, Mark Gillis, after helping him to reset in the living room. William exhorts him to persevere through all obstacles. A man calls Cassie in another scene and is bothersome. She throws the smokes in the garbage, yet she still thinks about smoking. Tina and Ledroit observe CCTV in the alleyway by the dry cleaner at the police station. Edgar may be seen heading left toward his school at 8:14 a.m. while still wearing his jacket. Vincent is spotted in the alley at 8:18 a.m., but he goes in a different direction than Edgar. Vincent leaves the Herald Street subway at 8:34 a.m. and makes his way to the studio, where he spends the whole day save for a 20-minute lunch break. Reporters start attacking Vincent. He says he envisions a future in which children may stroll to and from school without fear. 5 days later, a journalist, Andrew Hassiriot, reports him dead. Vincent swears at him, telling him Edgar is still alive. Cassie apologizes to George at another place. To view Edgar's sketches, he takes her downstairs with him. She looks at them and grins. Ledroit arranges Marlon's picture next to Edgar's on the inquiry board. He suggests there could be a connection between Edgar and Marlon's disappearances to Commissioner Cripp, David Denman. Cripp informs him of Marlon's drug accusations and implies that he is either high in the Hudson River or some other place. Cecile, in Ledroit's opinion, merits closure. Cripp cautions against meddling in Vice's inquiry. Ledroit receives nothing except a severe warning when he questions Noakes, Ryan Hunter, about 8. Cassie is surprised when Vincent gets home. Eric instructs him to tidy up as he needs to present Edgar's puppet. Cassie walks over to where Sebastian, Jose Pimentel, is distributing meals to the homeless. Putting his arm around her, he tells her that Edgar is not dead. Edgar is seen laying still in a tunnel under the surface. Vincent reconnects Jerry, Avi Nagler, and Sam with Edgar's Eric. To help Eric feel at home, Jackson, Simon Magnonda, Ronnie, Roberta Colindrez, Ellis, Chloe Claudel, and Murray, Adam Silver pitch in. Edgar is being held captive by Yusuf, Bama Kane, in the tunnels used by the homeless. Vincent visits the Lux with his co-workers. George Lester plays a drag queen who welcomes them. Vincent walks into the tavern and unintentionally runs into Wade Alain Marcus Gator. Cripp must locate Tina, a competent police officer, per Lorenzo, Lawrence Moran. Ledroit is urged by Cripp to locate him a wife and avoid the Lux. Ledroit and Tina are having sex in a vehicle a short while later. He turns down her invitation to come in. He inquires about Dana, Noakes' wife. She asserts that Noakes is not Dana's ideal spouse. Jerry informs Lenny that Vincent has left and Eric has entered. He is staring at Lenny. Jerry claims that when Edgar is absent, Vincent is drinking. In the background, Vincent is seen having a fantastic time. Before leaving, he gives Lenny the order to terminate Vincent. Alexis Molnar's character Rhea and Yusuf quarrel on what to do with Edgar. She claims that TJ, or Stefan Race, can fetch a high price for him. Edgar, frightened, is told not to move by him. For Edgar, Cassie and Sebastian distribute flyers. She picks up Marlon's missing person flyer and gets the phone number. Ledroit displays a picture of Marlon to TJ. TJ disputes having seen him. Gator grabs Ledroit's arm and insists that he look again. Ledroit claims that being incarcerated softened him and reassures him that life continued outside of jail. If TJ betrays him, Gator says he will murder him. Vincent is puffing on narcotics. When Lenny comes to see how Eric is doing, he snorts a line. Vincent tells him it's all right. Lenny begs him to return to Cassie at home. Eric and Vincent take to the dance floor. Ledroit notices him. Lenny is at the bar, watching him. A stack of paperwork is unintentionally knocked onto the floor by a police station janitor. Lenny's file is among them. The show comes to an end.